real hard for you to pull up out that crowd. You know what I mean?
Sure.
100%. Okay, so since you won't rank those because you have something to do with those, the next four, I don't know how much you have to do with those other than watching. So if you had to go between the Jeffersons, Sanford and Son, Good Times, and What's Happening, how could you rank them?
Did you say or rate them?
Rank them.
Oh, you say them again?
The Jeffersons, Sanford and Son, Good Times, and What's Happening.
Okay. Well, that one's kind of easy. I mean, it was all the black experience. Anybody that's 40 and older grew up on those. We all were able to relate. You know what I mean? It wasn't, this was better than that one. No, we took from all of them. What's Happening was amazing for the time and what it was. It was simple. It was black life that we all could relate to. You know what I mean? If it was an order, I think that was 5. I think you said, what's happening? And then you said, what else?
Good Times.
Good Times, I would say, was number 4. Number 3, I think you said
Sanford and Son.
Sanford and Son, which, again, brilliant, simple ass, topic, what they built around. I mean, Red Fox was a comedy genius. You know what I mean? It was hilarious. It's really hard for me to say orders. You just named some of my favorite shows of all time. So so the wording for me isn't Sanford and Son was way better than Good Times. You know what? Nah, What's Happening was better than all them. Nah, you got to get, no, they were all, it's like if all 4 of those came on in one night on the same network, I would have watched every single one of them.
Right.
But if all 4 came on a different network at the same time, and you had to watch one.
See, now that's a whole different question. Now that's a better question, and I can answer that. It took us a whole lot of talk to get to the question that you were trying to ask. Say that question one more time. If all 4 of them came, I'm gonna help you out. If all 4 of them came on at the same time, and you had to make a decision which one you're gonna watch, now I can give you that answer.
Okay. And the answer is?
Good Times.
Okay. So what about the category before? If they all came on at the same time,
say it again.
You had to watch it. And what about the category before? If Martin, Jamie Foxx, the Wayans Brothers, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air all came on at the same time, and you had to watch one?
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Is that a bias?
Not at all. Not just because I was just on it and I wrote it. It was several characters. If you notice, I named you 2 things that had several characters. I was really into characters. That's why some of the greatest shows of all time worked, because there was so many different characters. If you look at Good Times, you look at all those characters on that show, whether it was Florence or Mr. Jefferson, or whether it was, you look at Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, there was Will, there was Carlton, there was Hillary, there was, you know what I mean? There's Jeffrey. There was so many different characters. You look at Seinfeld, shows of people, I loved Seinfeld. You know what I mean? There was George, there was Jerry, there was so many different characters that would made you love a show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Whereas like Sanford and Son, it kind of was, don't get me wrong, it was some very funny characters on there, but it was like the whole focus was Red Fox. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
It was just all about him. LaWanda Page was absolutely hysterical also. It was other very funny characters, but it was just all about that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like stories where, at any given moment on any of the show, the show could have been about that character that particular night. The storyline could have been around that particular character. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Okay, so Al, I didn't know you were a writer. I don't know why I didn't know you were a writer.
You know what's so funny? I have jokes about niggas like you, Mo. And let me tell you what that is. So I have a joke I did for years. And the whole premise of the joke is how niggas don't read credits. That was the premise of the joke. Niggas don't read credits. I'm going to give you a great example, right? Somebody I've been knowing all these goddamn years, no idea that I was a writer, right? So now I'm about to give you the extreme example. I've had situations where white people read credits. So a lot of times white people know me because I'm famous in another way that a lot of niggas don't know. I've been on two of the biggest cartoons of all time for 10, 15 years. Family Guy, King of the Hill. Okay, so what happened is I'll be somewhere and I'll be standing with a nigga I've known for 20 years. He knows all my nigga movies. A white person will come up to me, excuse me, I just have to say this real quick. Can I just tell you, I fucking love you on the Family Guy. Oh my God, the Black Dolphins. My husband and I died at that. I just want to tell you that. Continue on with the talk. The nigga standing next to me has known me 20 years. Right. Nigga, I didn't know you was on Family Guy. Right. You mean the voices, the cartoon shit? Nigga, what you do on that? I'm like, that's a goddamn shame. Because it was cartoons and you didn't see my face, right? Your ass didn't read the credits. But the white guy that just randomly walked up to us knew my voice and was like, dude, I love Family Guy. Now, I'm looking at all y'all faces. Y'all the same. Nigga, what you do on the Family Guy? I didn't know you was on that shit. Wait. Anytime there was angry niggas, black people, kids, animals, I was called recurring. Recurring means they did like 300 episodes over the years. One of the biggest TV cartoons of all time. I was only on like 70 or 80 episodes. I wasn't on it every week. But whenever they needed a nigga, whenever they had black people, or like characters that people like the Black Dolphins and other characters that I played, you know, it was just an extra check, bro. A lot of people don't know. There's people walking around LA, filthy rich. You would never know who they are. Driving an F-150, some Wrangler jeans and a t-shirt, and got 20 million in the bank off of cartoons. So I just always realized, as a young cat coming up in this business, it's just too many ways to get money in this business. And I wasn't gonna go back to having a regular job. So I said, I'm gonna get it in any kind of way I can, which was writing, acting, stand-up, animation, cartoons. I have the #1 animated series on Netflix right now as we speak. We are the only black animated series on Netflix right now as we speak, and #1 animated series in America with black children 1 to 10. It's called Motown Magic. It's the whole history of Motown. Smokey Robinson's executive producer. If you go on Netflix tonight, if you Google it right now, you will see Motown Magic, and you're gonna see a red Cadillac, a 1965 Cadillac, and that's me. My name is Jimmy Mack, and I'm in every episode. So if you got nieces, nephews, if you got kids between 1 and 10, that's me.
Nice.
That's good to know. Well, congratulations to that. Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
Now, from what I've heard and read, that you are Ingle-Woods on the golf course.
Come on, man. I'm the ghetto Tiger Woods. They call me Ingle-Woods.
Have you ever played with Tiger Woods, and what's one of your favorite courses to play on?
Did you say have I ever played with Tiger?
Yes.
Never. I can't even lie. That would definitely be on the bucket list. I've met him a couple of times, but I've never played with him. But when I tell you, I'm a Tiger Woods groupie, okay? I tell you, that's the greatest nigga to ever touch a club, and I followed him his entire career. The question I always get, man, when'd you start playing golf? I'm like, the year every nigga in America started playing golf. In 97, in 97, when he won the Masters, that was our last year of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and we were on set one day, and between takes, this nigga Will got a sand wedge in his hand. I'm like, the fuck you doing with a golf club? Niggas don't play golf. Next thing I know, I'm at this nigga's house in his little par 3. I'm like, so this is a sand wedge? Okay, how you hit this bitch? What do you do with this? You know, addicted to the point where, put it this way, man, let's say the last 5, 10, 15 years of my life, I've done at least 35, 40 cities a year doing stand-up. My clubs come everywhere I come. Nigga, my clubs are on my back like my drawers and my cologne, nigga. Like, everywhere I go, the clubs come with me. I tell everybody I ain't got shit to do to Showtime.
Right.
Up in Mississippi, Alabama, Oakland, Tallahassee, Florida, or goddamn Alaska. If it's some sun and there's a course, I'm on it.
Nice. Thanks for that.
Yeah. Something else people don't know.
What'd you say?
I said that's something else people don't know. They don't know about your writer's credits. They don't know that you play golf.
I'm a very interesting ass nigga. You don't understand.
I'm learning.
I'm the most interesting nigga in the world. I've been called that.
Hey, Al.
Yeah.
In LA, you came to the house?
Of course. Talk about when I shot my comedy special?
Yeah. That was funny.
That was funny. I don't know what year that was, Mo, but that was one of my 1 hour comedy specials when BET was doing 1 hour comedy specials. I think it was, I called it Tata Lalicious that year, 2000 and I don't know, 2 or 3.
When we were at the Lakers. So what year was that? Peanut, 2005, 4, 2?
Maybe 2, 3, 4, maybe somewhere around there. And I wrote a very funny sketch because that was at the time when the big thing on MTV was not Pimp My Ride, but what's the name of the show when they would go to rich people's houses?
MTV Cribs.
MTV Cribs, and then BET came out with their version of Where I Live. Wait. BET's was called Cribs. MTV Cribs.
Yeah.
And then BET had one called Where I Live, like their version of MTV Cribs. So I did